What do you want first, the good news or the bad news? Well, the bad news is there's another Star Wars movie coming under the beady, watchful eyes of Kathleen Kennedy, but the good news is Rian Johnson isn't directing it.
Hello, I started this gangster shit. This the motherfucking thanks I get. Hello, I started this gangster shit. And this the motherfucking thanks I get. Hello.
If you're enjoying this content, hit that subscribe button and join us. We want you here. Oh my God, what is this? Star Wars next movie eyeing person of color. Yeah, but the white leftists at Disney eye people of color all the time if they get too close to their cars. Welcome to Comic Artist Pro Secrets. It's me, Ethan Van Sciver, 30-year veteran of the comic book industry, formerly great big Star Wars fan. No longer, not after their vicious unpersoning of Gina Carano for her politics, which are similar to mine. Not after the Disney Corporation went after the parents, opposed the will of the people of Florida in their Parental Notifications Act, which basically just said to public school teachers, do not teach our children between the ages of 4 and 8 about sodomy and gender reassignment surgery. If anybody's going to teach them about that, can it just wait until maybe they're 9? And of course, teachers violently and viciously opposed that and felt that that was a strike at their very personhood, and lied about the bill, lied about it, opposed the parents. And of course, the Disney Corporation backed up these activists. Why? Because the Disney Corporation is filled with activists themselves. No longer are they about creating stories. They're not creative people. Understand, they're social justice warriors over there. These are the people who are telling the stories to your children today and to you. That's the only explanation for this kind of a headline here from the Direct. I don't know the Direct. We'll figure out if they're garbage tier or not. Star Wars next movie is eyeing a person of color for lead actor. For this, they want applause. They want to be. They feel good about themselves. These are white, extremely wealthy left-wingers who find themselves empowered in some of the most powerful entertainment conglomerates in the world, and they're going to dispense out of goodwill. They're going to give to you. They're going to try to appeal to you based on the color of your skin. And if you're not that skin color, at least you know that these good white leftists, their hearts are so pure, they're so giving, that they're going to give, they're going to represent you, whatever you are. They're going to represent people other than them on the big screen. And this is, again, to me, this strikes me as white supremacy, because it's always white people. It's always these crackers. It's always these wealthy crackers who are dispensing, who are allowing, who are inviting people of color to be a part of, never really putting them in real positions of power. Just, we're representing you. This is diversity. And I think that's weird. Again, back up, give these people, why doesn't Kathleen Kennedy step down and let's put a person of color in there? How about Bill Cosby? No, not Bill Cosby, anybody but Bill Cosby. All right. So this is the whole thing. We get news that there's going to be another Star Wars movie. Sure there is. This is Star Wars 10. These people cannot put out a movie. They cannot actually make a plan and stick to it. They flirt with all sorts of different directors and writers and agendas, and then they just get scared and fire everybody and cancel the project. And not for good David Zaslavian reasons. It's always for other weird reasons. It seems like it's just skittishness. David Zaslav, of course, is canceling these awful, DC projects that were in the works before him, ostensibly for tax benefits. Secretly, it's because they're garbage. But for tax benefits, these people, I don't understand why Kathleen Kennedy would make an announcement that, Patty Jenkins is going to be doing a Star Wars movie for Disney Plus, and Patty Jenkins actually makes a cutesy little trailer about how she's excited about it, and then it's canceled. Why? How did it get announced when it wasn't even? I don't understand that. There are a lot of just headless chickens, it seems, running around at Disney, and not really caring about the creative process. It is more about virtue signaling, constant virtue signaling. person of color will reportedly be the lead in Damon Lindelof's upcoming Star Wars film, a project which could be released in 2025, maybe. Ryan Johnson said he had one for 2023. It's not. It's 2023. Is that on the? No, it isn't. Is it? Interesting. Person of color. This is a movie that supposedly takes place after Rise of Skywalker. Could it be Finn? Are we actually going to get John Boyega? Who knows? Early 2022, it was reported that Lindelof, Damon Lindelof of Lost fame, one of the most interesting but frustrating TV series of all time, set to write a Star Wars feature film, which means that it'll begin very interestingly and he won't know how to end it. It was also confirmed that Ms. Marvel director Sharmeen Obaid-Chinoy, that's her right there, first Pakistani, I had to look her up, I'm like, who? They're always giving these Star Wars gigs to like amateurs. That's another interesting thing. Like, she's who? Okay, she's gonna direct. This person is going to direct a Star Wars film, like a feature film, not like something for Disney Plus. You guys don't want to see what else is out there. You don't want to see if you can get any of the big directors, experienced directors to do one. No, you just whoever flatters your leftist ego. We've got a woman of color. She's an award-winning Pakistani director. Her name is Obaid. That'll scare the Midwest. Whatever. Okay. Anyway, this is gonna be after the Rise of Skywalker, a movie so execrable I've only seen it once. I don't even remember what happened in the Rise of Skywalker. Do you? Do you have any recollections of that film? I watched it once in the theater, and it seemed like a patchwork quilt of just like cool scenes that Fatso Pablo Hidalgo came up with, and others stitched together. A little bit of member berries in there, and garbage, just utter garbage, just garbage, with an awful, icky soul. Oh yeah, our lead character, our Mary Sue character, she's, entranced by, bewitched by, sexually attracted to our Darth Vader character, who's a mass murderer. But we forgot that because we took his mask off, and he's a young man that some of the Tumblerinas swooned over. So now there's a shipping thing between the two of these. Disgusting, awful. Due to the recent number of Star Wars films that have been scrapped, all of them, by Disney and Lucasfilm, some fans wondered if the project would even see the light of day. It'll never see the light of day. A promising update has surfaced, though, and that promising update is that the upcoming Star Wars film will feature a POC lead, meaning anybody but a white person. In other words, again, they see you, Lucasfilm, Disney, they see you as whatever immutable characteristic, your very surface traits. They think that everybody is bound together into communities based on the color of their skin. And this is the activism that activates social justice warriors. This is all they understand. This is what they want to do. They don't understand the good storytelling. The reason why we love Star Wars is because all of those characters, regardless of their skin color, regardless of what they look like on the outside, and there were definitely some weird looking characters in there, they all had personalities that were easily explained and described, that were relatable, that were understandable. These people have no idea. The current group over at Star Wars, they focus on the minutia and trivia, technical details of Star Wars. And then the other thing they focus on is the skin color of Star Wars characters and their sexual identities, whatever it is. But right in between that is the heart of the matter, and that's something they don't understand. They don't understand that you're a person. You as a viewer are not a skin color. You as a viewer are not a sexual orientation. You're not a gender. You're a person who has a heart and soul, and therefore, as a woman, you can relate to some of the characteristics of Han Solo or Luke Skywalker, Obi-Wan Kenobi, Lando Calrissian. Like, you understand these characters based on who they are as people. They don't. These creative people over there have no idea about that. They have checklists, and they have virtue to signal, and that's what they're concerned about entirely. All right. So what is this? Could be Finn. All right. So I think they're a return of a Star Wars fan favorite. Who? you've killed and disgraced all of the actual Star Wars fan favorites. But I think they're talking about John Boyega here. John Boyega, who basically said never again after Star Wars 3. Why? He had a very interesting character. He's a stormtrooper who was having pangs of conscience and who betrayed the Empire, or the First Order. That's a really cool idea. They did nothing with it. They made him a joke, and his character was basically a clown who suffered no real consequences. Think about that. Think about betraying the Empire, or this fake Empire, the First Order. Think about how great of a story could have come from that, and nothing did. I don't remember The Rise of Skywalker. They basically focused on the cutesy kind of, I think imagined, but I don't know, sexual chemistry between him and Oscar Isaac. And because of that, John Boyega suffered a slew of degrading and embarrassing fan art of Oscar Isaac sodomizing him, and he was supposed to pretend that this was all okay. You could tell he didn't think it was okay. Star Wars has really become degenerate and full of a lot of depraved, weird people who I don't think ever really understood Star Wars. And the idea of John Boyega coming back, I mean, he could. The paycheck's going to have to be pretty big for him. And I would just say this. I would say this to Disney. No offense to John Boyega, but is it worth it? I mean, Finn is not that great of a... As it turns out, there's nothing about Finn that I need to see more of. In fact, Tumblr's made sure that we've all seen more of Finn than we ever wanted to or needed to. Perhaps come up with something new. I don't know. Is that asking too much? At the end of the day, anything is possible when it comes to who Lindelof's lead actor will be. It may be someone Star Wars fans are familiar with. It may not be. However, at the very least, it seems though the project is still moving forward. Yeah, we'll see about that. All right, so December of 2025, we'll find out if Star Wars 10 does come out. But this is funny. It's like even if it doesn't come out, we get the virtue signal out there. We're looking at a person of color to be the lead, everyone. Thank you, crackers. Thank you to all the honkies over at Disney Lucasfilm for, throwing a bone to everybody who is not white, which is all people of color means. Everyone except for Caucasians. Everyone except for white people. That's who we're looking at. We're excluding, and when you say that, you're basically excluding one particular group of people, which is pretty sad and weird. Anyway, thanks for watching. If you're new to this channel, please subscribe. Also, check out all of the Cyberfrog merchandise, our eBay store. We ship same day. All linked in the description below. Back Cyberfrog, back the alternative to the mainstream. Because, again, my lead character is a frog. He doesn't represent anyone, but you'll find he represents everyone. And that's what it's all about. Creativity. Thanks, everyone. See you again with another video.
New from All Caps Comics, Cyberfrog Blacklight posters. 3 new velvet flocked Cyberfrog posters with vibrant fluorescent ink. Back 'em today, only on Indiegogo. Come follow me on Twitter. New from All Caps Comics, Rainbow, the Brute, the last real man in fairyland. A tale of prismatic pain, a spectrum of brutality, and a pretty good dad. Choke slam a unicorn by backing it today, only on Indiegogo.